numbers with this new scoreboard. My first time being able to see, I just want 20k damage a game. It's impossible, I know, especially with a steamroll. I saw Powers yesterday drop 20k, and I want to see it again today.
Ooh, Jacob, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is gonna be an uphill battle for the soldiers of Noble. Okay, to try to get over Elevate. Elevate's a great team. They're gonna contest them. It's not gonna be easy for no one. And I'm super excited to hop into map number 1, folks. It's Regency Control, Noble versus Elevate. And if you guys did not join us yesterday, we have a new stat board. You guys can see it at the bottom of your screen. What's most important to take away? The damage done. You could see in the fight, Zenun here versus Moaries, as Moaries is going to hit him with a brick. Takes him out, get Embar under his control, but down low towards the bottom portion of the map, Elevate will get positioning here at Rose Garden.
Yep, like as Blaze was saying about the damage, about 600 damage for a full kill. You get the chunk. That's what you kind of can relate to when you're looking at a lot of these numbers. About 18k if straight eliminations is 30 kills, so you guys got to look at it from there as you see the damage being poured out from Elevate. Moaries trying to make a late game rotation, and he gets it through the middle, able to get the elimination on the Noxious, but he gets cleaned up by Crushmo, and you see the damage being dealt by Yogurt, and you see the rotation being made by Elevate as a whole. The next hill is going to be in the top right portion of this map. Noble sees it, and this is going to be their opportunity with 4 players rotating to this position. They're going to give up on what's remaining on the hill to try to get that spot, but Noxious able to get one, narrows it down to a 3v3.
Beautiful hold from Noxious, Crushmo, and Yogurt down there at the Rose Garden. I gotta mention it because that was a clean team wipe, only losing 1 soldier. And then they rotate all the way up here towards top info, where Noble kind of had a leg up. They had a Lancer towards the back spawn before Elevate, and Elevate still manages to win this team fight, get set up at info, and they're looking good for the next fight, Jacob. So, you know, I think if Colin's watching this, he's crediting 2 team fights over here towards the side of Elevate, a 2-0 so far in this series. But here comes that bottom rotation. Morty able to get some positioning, but we'll see if it's enough, if he has enough damage there on Noxious and Yogurt. And he did put out enough damage just to back him up a bit so he can get some more forward position. But Cellz goes down, and now the deaths are going to start to be staggered. That's a big shot from Moaries. No kills come through. Elevate, they win another team fight, and they're feeling really comfortable. Really comfortable.
Yeah, you can already see it throughout Zenun, throughout Crushmo. I think 9 total objective kills, 5 for Crushmo alone, 4 for Zenun, accidentally hopping over the cover to his death. He's just trying to keep the Embar out of their hands. Noxious is going to get that shot grenade, but look at Noxious. He's already making the play across the map. So not only is his team getting the rest of the points on this hill, they're getting first towards the next hill as well. It's just towards the top half. You see Noble getting the spawn point, which is going to be crucial here. Elevate is going to have to figure out a way to get a pick, catch somebody off rotation, but Noxious, that first down coming through. Lava not being cleaned up just yet. He's being left to get staggered out. Moaries falls as well as Lava. Both of those players being cleaned up. Cellz doing what he can. He's able to land an Embar shot, and that Embar shot, because it was an active, stunned out Crushmo, allowing him to stay alive, but Noxious and Zenun continue to end that fight and get the first ones on the hill for this one as well. So that's 2 hills in a row for Elevate.
You gotta give some love over here to Noxious and Zenun, and more importantly, Noxious, because his rotations and his Lancer fire, look at the numbers going up. He's beaming kids right now somewhere on the map. 10 assists to his name, and he is just locking down key lanes, supporting his teammates, being annoying, having great foresight, understanding where his opponent is going to be rotating to, and he beats them to the punch, almost nullifying any push that Noble can come up with before they can execute it. And that's probably because he knows it before they even know it. Elevate with another beautiful hold, and it is just a solid defense. I told you, man, it was going to be an uphill battle for Noble, and you know, my gut needs checked. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
It definitely needs something right now. But you see, Elevate's doing good again. They're already trying to make that first rotation off the hill, just giving dead time on over towards Noble. And this is one of the things I talked about: that stamina, the endurance, knowing when to back off of the fights. It doesn't look like they're doing that. They're just getting staggered left and right. But I might have spoke too soon. Moaries able to get 1. Moaries able to get 2. That might have been 3 in the books for Moaries. But has that been enough for Noble? They get to 20 24 or less seconds left on the other hill, and they get first towards the neutral hill towards the top, but you already see Elevate off of respawn. They're ready to make it play, and they're going to get the next frag grenades as well.
All right, good job to Moaries to be able to get that utility. Even if he doesn't make it out alive with it, it's just the fact that his opponent will not have it. It's worth the time he's not with his squad here, as they're going to be fighting for the heal, trying to break it, as Elevate with a great setup. Wow, they're going to push back these players of Noble who rotated there first because they were able to get the power weapon, but no connections there with the M-bar. Elevate, once again, with their feet planted in a hill, they seem like they won't be uprooted here. Noble, they come up the stairs, double down there for Morty. Moaries cleans up the kill. Going to be a 3v2, actually a 4v2 in favor of Noble, and they should have no issues taking out the remaining two players. 42 seconds left. Let's see if Noble can get themselves on the board. And more importantly, I think the real question is, does Elevate even want to fight for this at this point? They built such a great lead.
Yeah, I was thinking that same exact thing. You can already see a couple players, both Zenun and Crushmo, rotating over. They're trying to get the position on the map. So to answer your question for you, Blaze, they're going to rotate off. They have such a massive lead. They want to get that spawn point in towards the spawn. They want to get that position, but Morty is going to be the anchor. Him being that deep into spawn is going to basically guarantee they get that spawn point towards the top. Noble can take their time, but I'm going to go and ask you, how much time do you take it, Noble, if you're in this situation? Because they have position on the hill on the side of Elevate.
They only need 10 seconds to rotate. Is like you said, as long as Morty's here in this spawn, he has support from Cellz. That top side stairs is going to be cool. You're going to have Moaries and Lava rotate around as a duo. I love the angle. We'll see how influential that shot can be. Still 3 players in the fight. Morty misses a few in-bar shots. He's stunned. He's backed up. But here comes Noble running down the stairs. They have that high side advantage, and with the Wolfpack Lancer squad there coming down the stairs, they will be able to clean up 2 kills, get in the hill, multiple downs, kills acquired. Noble, they'll get themselves in this hill and start adding to that score.
Yep, back-to-back big hill fights, retakes to go ahead and reclaim the hill. But that's one thing to take note of. They're reclaiming the hill. The Elevate already started. So even though they're doing a good job of coming back, Elevate is at least getting some time on these hills. A little percentage what is necessary to continue to maintain the lead. So Noble, once they continue to rack up this time, it's going to be Elevate rotating off of this one first. You see a couple players, Yogurt and Crushmo, trying to get the actual hill location at the top. You see Noxious holding down the spawn point towards the bottom. And I don't really know what Zenun is doing while the rest of his team's making rotation, but that 12 seconds right now, Zenun getting eliminated, is going to be Noble's open. Their window of opportunity here to attack.
Yeah, he was just stalling, giving his teammates time to rotate. He knew he'll get himself a great spawn, something that he can work with. But all 4 players in Noble trying to approach from the bottom side of the stairs. I don't like that. And you already see Zenun, he's back in the mix, cutting through the mid map. He makes the big play, taking out the power weapon, and pistol shots on Morty, as well as Lava. Oh, Lava fights. Sorry, Morty fights his way through. Able to get up there towards gold. Still managed to stay alive. And now he's giving his teammates the opportunity for a 2v1 to get in the hill. He loses his battle, but did his squad get enough position? They're chasing his kill towards the back spawn. I'm loving the rotation there from Yogurt, putting himself in a deep position, making it as difficult as possible for them to be able to clean that up. And by him being that deep, he did manage to slow this push down for a second, but it wasn't enough. Noble, they still fight their way through.
Yeah, Lava doing a good job of getting an elimination, possibly a second down as well. It was that fresh respawn. As soon as Elevate won that fight on the spawn, they rotated up. They forgot about Lava, and look at the damage he was able to do. Another hill, about, I think, 11 seconds awarded to Elevate. The big majority this time going over to Noble again as they're climbing back into this one. Look, Noxious and Zenun for Elevate on the other side of things.
Are you surprised, though? But especially with those two in a respawn game mode, I expect nothing less, especially when it comes down to their play styles. But even bigger props there to Zenun, because he steps up as a slayer when his squad needs him to. The push towards the back. Noble holding the line. They take out 3 Elevate members. It's up to Crushmo. He goes down as well. And now Noble, slowly but surely, they have cut this deficit. It just comes down to this next reset in heals. We're going back down to the Rose Garden. Power weapons in the hands of Cellz. We know that he's a marksman at heart, but in this pressure moment, can he come clutch for a squad? Can he get the kills that they need? Elevate. This was a money hill for him. Also with the rotation towards info, and with Zenun slaying out, I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon. But here, Lava 1v1. against Yogurt. He's taking him down in the past life. He's going to take him down in this life as well. And there's the no save, actually.
Oh, that was so close right there. Cellz, you talked about him being a good precision player right now. Not able to come up clutch when you need him most. He gets taken out by Yogurt, but Noble's doing a good job. They got a few seconds of scrap time there. Morty's doing a good job as well. That's the denial and a double kill coming out from Morty. And that's a moment that is absolutely needed. And if we can look back, if Noble's able to continue to gain this lead, that is a moment you can look back on. If Morty doesn't come up clutch just like that, Morty and the rest of Noble are coming out flat, but now they have a chance here in this one. Another elimination onto Cellz, and where they got that elimination on that side of the map is going to be big for the next rotation as well.
Cellz comes in, the pistol damage is there, but he needs to retreat. He needs to stay alive, but Elevate hunting the kills. They will not give him the grace to do so. It's going to come down to Morty. He's backing up. He's going to have his duo next to him as well. They're going to just keep repositioning. They don't want to give up the back spawns for info, but their rotation came a little late, maybe a little indecisive, but they trade out the kills. The flank comes in. Crushmo, Yogurt, can they make the play happen? They get the kill, but it's not over yet. Noxious, Zenun, the most damage in the lobby between, actually, not Noxious and Zenun, sorry. That's going to be Cellz and Lava there towards the hill. Able to put out that damage with the Lancers and push back these members here of Elevate. They're doing a good job fighting back, buying time for their teammates to get here, Jacob.
Zenun getting a little bit too greedy there, trying to be the hero. Yogurt's just caught out, getting angled out. Noxious here, that's where the decision. He's going to choose to back up. He knows that M-bar is going to be up rather soon. He has to wait for his teammates to spawn up anyway. There's 50 seconds left on the time. Elevate, this is enough. You're going to become within a short distance, just a few seconds from the lead right now from Elevate, but that's just enough time. Elevate is going to attack. They have the M-bar. They have frags. They have flashes towards the backside. Cellz able to dodge one, but Morty does not. And there's the opening Elevate needs. They're trying to cut this lead, or this chance at the lead even down as Noble. They're fighting back little by little, but they're just getting chopped down. Cellz is going to fall. Moaries is able to get one. Lava's even it up as well with a kick down on the Zenun, but Crushmo denies. Noxious going down, but the eliminations, they're not being picked up by Noble just yet. And Noxious gets another one, but he's not able to get the revive just yet.
Here comes help. Morty trying to dodge shots from the left and the right. The support isn't there. It is there, but it's traded out. But they did buy enough time for Moaries to get in, get the kills. But chat, 13 seconds. They need to go. It's a rotation towards gold. Noble may be able to get their personnel there first. With Crushmo going down, that is an opening. The shot grenade acquired as well. Here, Noble, they cannot waste this opportunity. They need to identify their numbers now in the moment. Noxious, I told you how he was being a nuisance, just positioning themselves, trying to stay alive as long as possible, giving Crushmo an opportunity to get back to the fight. They're going to need him soon because Noble is clearing out the hill. They will have positioning, no one behind them, everyone in front. But when it comes down towards the damage, actually, who was in position 2? I saw Morty at the top, and there's Lava with 1,700, the most in the lobby, showing these youngins how it's done.
Yeah, this is a weird position right now for Elevate on the retake. It's about like 20 seconds, 25, less than that on that M-bar retake. So they can't necessarily wait for it. They have to go, but they have to be very, very cognizant, aware of when they get these eliminations on a Noble, because if they get eliminated, they get the hill, but they give up the M-bar on the next rotation. So this is where the difference in playmaking comes through, and Noble have taken the lead. At one point, there was over 100-point deficit, and now they are the leaders, but it's Elevate who they get that next N-bar. It looks like they're going to try to trap these players there. They get the frag grenades as well. They can win off of this next hill plays, but it's just a matter of how hard will Noble fight.
Elevate made the right rotations, play for the power weapons, but why did Zenun move in? He's going to lose his life. Yogurt lost his. I don't see the frag grenades in no one's hands because Zenun lost them. Didn't understand that fight, but it's up to Crushmo to be the hero. One shot miss. The second held. Miss. The third. Miss. Reload. Not coming through, but the flash to block the push. Lancer fire coming in. Crushmo just trying to put out as much damage as he can. The hill's contested. Who can put out the most damage the quickest? And it looks like Elevate is being able to hold him back. More M-bar shots missed, and a team kill comes in. Lava cleans 2. The third is there. The cleanup is
That was big.
It happened.
That was big. Yogurt even got it down towards the backside.
Noble. They get it done. What nerves from Elevate at the end of that map number 1. Wow, what a way to start off today's show. What you say about that, Jacob?
You said it was going to be evenly matched battles here today. Boy, did you not wrong. Did you not disappoint? Noble with the backs of Lava, almost dropping 20K. I told you I was here for that 20K. And man, did Lava not let me down.
He definitely did it. I expect nothing less from the leader of Noble, man. You know, that man right there has won multiple championships, and when his team needs him the most, when he has to go big, you can always count on him right there. So Lava got it done right there, but that's map number 1, folks. Okay. Ooh, Jacob, it's a lot really kind of break down in that first map, because we take a look at the first half of it, and in the first half of the map, it was the boys of Elevate with the lead. But when did they lose that?
I think it was Moaries. There was a moment there I said Moaries got a massive double kill. And when you're able to win the fights that you shouldn't win, right? Exactly here. He wins this fight. I don't know if Noxious is playing with his food, but the food has definitely struck back. And like I said, if they come back and win it, that was the moment. You're able to win that fight. You chain yourself up. You get yourself in a good position for the next fight. You shut him down there yet again. And Elevate, like I said, coming from challengers, I don't think they have that all-out IGL, that leader, that person that can bring them back from behind. And Noble, they complete that comeback, and I think that's going to be a big momentum shift. Elevate, if they're going to have anything in map number 2, they have to come out strong early on and with anger.
Yeah, they do have to come out strong, because that one's going to hurt them, okay? At the end of the day, they're going to be thinking about this series like, how do we let this slip away? We had such a huge lead. We had every opportunity to be able to rotate early on our opponents and get this one done, but at the end, it just, Noble wanted just a little bit more, and they showed us that. And so good job to Noble for being able to come away with that map number 1, you guys. They fall hard, man. They fall hard. They made some big plays, but I think Lava, man, you saw his teammates really rally behind them, and they got it done.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate as well. I don't know, remember who was it, Noxious or Crushmo with the M-Bar as well. I don't think they did necessarily anything wrong taking those shots with the M-Bar. To me, they just weren't effective with it. And that's where we talk about some of these players with ice in their veins. Unfortunate for him, he missed the mark and he missed the opportunity. And when you miss those opportunities against a team like Noble, I said Lava with the most experience in the lobby, they're going to take advantage, and took advantage they did.
Yeah, man. Now for their first official map win, what a way to win it. Okay,
that was
the series in which you needed to.
Oh man!
At some point, they were losing. They say we will not be 0-16. It will not happen today in this series. And they start knucking and bucking, and they got it done, folks. They got it done. So we'll see as the crime mob is going to head into map number 2. We're going over to Tomb Execution. And this is a map in which I think Elevate is going to be I think Elevate is going to be really good on. I've seen them in some of their series before in the past, and some of the big matches that they've won. I love how they play each individual lane, and just as far as this squad's execution knowledge in general, they get some of the best execution players that Gears Esports have seen over the last 15 years on one squad. So I'm expecting for them to come out here and actually take this map. But with Noble having that momentum in map number 1, we'll see if they can. How you feeling about Tomb Execution?
To me, I love the map. It's very quick, very decisive when you want to be. You could slow play it, try to play the team play, whether you're up top where the sniper is, down low towards the torque bow. But to me, one of my biggest questions isn't necessarily the map. It's Elevate. It's when you get beat up like that towards the ending portions of the game, over 100-point deficit halfway through the game, tossed right out the window. You have to answer back. You have to show it was a little bit of a fluke. And luckily for them, this is execution, round-based game mode. It can turn into a slower base. They can think about their decisions and try to figure out a way to make this work. But man, Noble, with all the momentum on their side, they got to be riding on a high right now. And to me, I got to ask you, because you have definitely been in those situations, upsetting some teams, making the big plays for your rosters, especially on LAN. How do you use that to fuel yourselves into a different style of game mode, where one that slows down?
Oh, as long as the fuel is there, you'll be okay no matter really
Okay.
what any game mode in which you kind of go into. It's just more about you staying focused and remember the hard times that your squad has been through. That's why you see teams that I feel like squads that have dynasties, and like when we watch Reciprocity go on runs and Out the Gaming go on runs, these squads have been in every situation imaginable, from
Yep.
loser bracket runs to being down 0-6 making comebacks, being down 0-2 on the main stage making comebacks, winning a series. And when you know you have that type of experience and you've been in worse situations, you're not so much really even thinking about the score, and you don't feel that pressure. You know that every single round and every single respawn is a new opportunity to make the play for your squad. You just got to keep trying. Okay. So eventually the odds will fall in your favor depending on the type of player in which you are. But you just got to stay focused and keep at it and make sure that the team spirits is going to be good as well. I got the title of Vibe Master, but when I was competing, man, it was just more so me making sure that my teammates were good. Okay. That we knew the strat going into the next round. Everybody was ready to play. And we knew that we had what it takes to win. It just comes down to somebody making a play. Okay. Yeah. And that can always be you. All right. So as we head here into map number 2 is Tomb Execution, we're going to see which one of these players out there want to be the playmaker. One thing about the new scoreboard is that we have first bloods being tallied up round after round. And I am so excited to see who is going to be coming away with the most first bloods at the end of this first map. I think that really quantifies who the real slayers are when it comes to execution.
Yeah, you can really see it too. Honestly, you can see it on the leaderboard if you're one of those teams that you notice somebody is getting first bloods. Maybe after 4 or 5 rounds, you kind of spot a player out. You can focus them. You know they're the ones trying to make the moves. You know they're the ones trying to be the first one to strike. Even if they're not getting all the damage, you can see that in the leaderboard as well. So you can kind of, with these new stats, especially on a map like Execution, seeing who those playmakers are. But man, wasting no time. Moaries going all the way around looking for a flank to try to get things started, and it works out perfectly as Lava and him find the first down on a Zenun.
Man, how did they not count the numbers? Okay, every position, every player has a responsibility of counting the numbers in their area, and somebody did not see their guy and that call out didn't come through quick enough on the side of Elevate. But it's a 3v3 on the map. Torquebo in the hand of Crushmo, Snipers in the hand of Lava, and Noble will take the top portions of the map. They've identified a 2v1 and they have to be quick before help comes. It won't be the Torquebo player, but Noxious fantastically works the nades to win the 1v2. No help needed. He clutches up, puts the odds in his team's favor, and Crushmo with a beautiful back A gives Elevate round number 1.
Yep. Unfortunately, when you're in that situation, when you're Cellz, you're just running at the first person you see. You're just trying to get the most damage that you can. It's just on right hand, getting shot in the back. Just things didn't work out. And you said it, once you're in that 2v1 towards the top, you got to take your numbers as quick as possible. They were just running into those frag grenades. So they got to be very, very careful here. And what I like most about Noble and that strategy, even though they lost it, sending Moaries up top, you're making sure the enemy team is looking for these players. They're trying to spot these players out early on.
Yeah, that's what you practice in scrims, folks. Being able to assess 2v1s and quickly take them. Because those players can get on the same page. But as we're now on the same page of round number 2, it's a 4v4 with a sniper in the hands of Zenun. He goes down, but quickly picked back up. Morty picks up Torquebo on the flip end of the map. Noxious finding the kill towards the middle. He'll be able to protect his teammates so they can retreat with the scope and slow down this map if they need to. But you can see Noble, they're being quick with their rotations, trying to find a kill, trying not to allow their opponent to get set up, because they know with them being down a man, the more time you give Elevate to think comfortably, the stronger their setup's going to become as you go into the late game. But Lava will even the numbers. It's a 3v3 on the map.
Yeah, it was a big opportunity for Lava to even up those numbers at 3v3 apiece. But you got to think it now. It comes down to, with it being stalemated, Zenun versus Morty. Yogurt has those frag grenades as well. I would give Elevate the upper hand, especially with the high ground that they have. This is going to be an opportunity to close out yet another round, go up 2-0 in the series. But you're going to have to see both Zenun and I do believe that frag grenade player and Yogurt work together. You could throw the frag grenades, get some damage, funnel players out of positioning. But like I said earlier, you have to be cognizant of where Morty's at with the Torquebo as well. First grenade going out. Not able to connect. 2 grenades going out. That's just a waste of resources.
Didn't even zone anybody. You know, you at least want a player to roll out into the open so you can give Zenun an opportunity for the shot, but he has plenty in front of him. A body shot on lava. Will he be aggressive? Keeps the sniper out to try to play from a distance. Misses the quick scope. Has to reset the fight. Not for long. No active. No body shot. 5 seconds on the heel. Noble gets the kill. They have the positioning, but Zenun, he gets the body. It's not enough. Noble, they out-rotate. They outthink Elevate.
Yeah, to me, honestly, that was just a blunder by Yogurt and the frag grenade usage. I'm still shaking my head, wondering what really went wrong. He threw them both kind of in the same spot. Like I said, between him and Zenun with the frags and the sniper, they should have been able to at least find one and then use their numbers advantage from there. So that was just a toss-away round. That was something that Noble should not have any business winning.
Yeah, you know, he threw them nades on a go. I was about to call him Golgurt, but you know, I'm not gonna be a comedian today. Anywho, Yogurt looking at Cellz here right across. Good shot so far. He's deciding, does he need to help Crushmo here? As the play to the right, Morty goes to the inside. He's in Yogurt's crosshairs right there. The help comes in. Crushmo's getting pressed, but Cellz with the hop over. He goes for Yogurt. A great shot comes in. The kills come through for Noble. And you're going to start to see the kills fall in their favor as they find the remaining 2 players. And they're going to take a 2-1 lead.
Nice try by Noxious there, and Moaries just showing exactly what he thinks to Noxious. To me, one of the biggest things that I noticed there between Noble and Elevate, they kind of had the same lineup, the same initial strategy going out, but it was Noble who was creating those moments, making those moves. They hop over first with Cellz, they attack the top side onto Crushmo, and Yogurt was just playing reactionary every step of the way. So Elevate, we're gonna have to see things that we've seen early on in that first round where they're just taking control. They play in their game, and they're doing exactly what they want instead of playing into the hands of Noble.
All right, now Elevate, they got to ask themselves, can they make the first, who's gonna be able to make the first play? We see the first bloods on the tally. Morty and Lava has 1 to their name. Noxious is gonna have 1 as well, and that was a kill that he was able to pick up towards the mid lane. He wasn't able to see it happen on screen, but 2 players going to the twerk bow. The quick pick is there. Revive is in. The focus fire is there for Noble. They don't allow these players to get out without taking a little bit of damage, keeping them held. Morty with a beautiful back A. The Twerks are not going to be able to stop this push. Noble picking up multiple kills on the map. And with that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
To me, that's just the story right now. But Elevate, right now, they're just falling flat. They're not making those moves that I thought they would. I thought they would go ahead and pinpoint these targets and attack like we've seen them do to some of these teams early on. But I talked about it in our preview during our predictions that hard start to the season for Noble. What damage did it do? Even though they didn't win a single map, you can see that they're learning from each and every one of those experiences, and it shows in this 3-1 lead.
Now, Crushmo, he's going to move up there towards the bow. Cellz has an eye on him. He knows if he needs to help his teammate. The flash to his right allows Yogurt to get a head start to try to take numbers, but Moaries says, you guys will not double up on me. Fights his way through. Here comes help. He picks up another kill. Noxious takes 1 to the grave. Can Zenun do it with Elevate? He gets 1. Actually, Yogurt gets 1 down. The kill isn't cleaned up. The twerk bow is going to be able to connect there. And now Crushmo has an opportunity. They know the player's down, but he is not able to stick him on a revive. With 1 bow left. It's an active.
Oh, he didn't know he was there. He didn't know
he was going to update a twerk in his face.
And then it makes me wonder what happened communication-wise. He knew Moaries was down, or at least his teammate did. He gets the torque bow headshot in his 1v1 scenario. It looked like he was going for the splash damage. Almost looked like he knew where the player was at. But just, he didn't at the end. He goes for the up A. Moaries catches him off guard. And those are those moments when you die. What happened to the communication? Was it just him getting flustered? Did he make any call out, or was he just silent?
And that player could crawl away. Let's not forget, okay? You know, most likely probably not, because you're going to tap up quicker, but it was still a hard play for him to make. Use his torque bows early on, and now we're here in this round. Elevate need to get 1 on the board. If not, it's going to be map point for the side of Noble. The flash there to Noxious is left. He's not going to move too much off of that one, but they tried to 2v1 Zenun over there towards the middle. Lava is able to pick up 1 and reset. but he can't reset the fight for long. He gets 2v1, but it's a 2v2 on the map. Snipes in the hand of Yogurt. No torque bow on the side of Noble. And it may have gotten pocketed. I don't see it there on the sides, but
I just
these players
I don't think he
away.
chose to pick it up. I think it's still there. I think Yogurt just got into the position in time to where Morty and Cellz, I don't know who it was, just didn't want to risk it going for that sniper. So they're going against frags. They're going against sniper. Torque bow's still up, and maybe it's something they're trying to bait out, but Cellz gives up his position, trying to go for those pistol shots, forcing a player back. But this is where they're reunited. They're split up on the side of Noble. Elevate needs to win this round.
Yeah, and they need to try to 2v1 someone. But with Yogurt having his snipe, he's not going to allow a fair fight to happen. If he sees two players in front of him, he's going to be the one to start backing up. I don't know if it's best for both these players to kind of split up in this situation, but it seems like the overtime heal will be up top. Morty has damage, and this is one of those situations where you can't respect the sniper. You just have to continue to push forward and put out as much damage as you can. 20 on the clock. Plenty of ammo left in a long shot. Morty, he needs a prayer. He needs the chat's power. He needs someone to believe in him in this moment. Gets off a good shot, but it wasn't enough. Yogurt with the L triggers. Elevate gets back on the board. 4-2. 2-4 for them.
Honestly, that was a very, very important round as well, because typically, you know, execution for the OGs, 1st to 4, this is a huge swing round for them. You don't want to go down 5-1. That would have been a huge momentum shift for Noble to where they have 4 or 5 straight chances in a row to just win one singular round. You don't want to let them get to that point. So on the side of Elevate, this is the moment where you have to put a stop to the bleeding and begin to build your momentum. Whether your strategy is to attack first, get in there as quick as possible, or play the slow play in the game, you need to win these rounds. I see both teams going for that early shot grenade, but it's Noble who get positioned in the middle first. Get the first down onto Yogurt as well. He's gonna get out with the torque bow.
That Lancer fire from Cellz has both these players trapped. Yogurt's on his last down. They threw flashes to try to redirect themselves towards their opponent's side. If they can get the kill on Morty, they're in a great spot with the torque bow. Lava wins his battle, but it will be a 2v3 in favor of Noble. Woohoo! Lava with the headshot. Actually, that was just a kill cleanup on the ground. Cellz gets the kill. Nice. Back A from Moaries. They're at map point. Man, Noble says, yo, we're getting this one.
Yeah, they're just quick. They're very, very decisive about what they want to do. They gave up one of their teammates to kind of do a 2v1 towards the bottom side, giving up the torque bow. They just slowly backed out, knowing they had the numbers advantage on the other side of the map. Elevate, they did a good job of getting the torque bow, but they didn't even out that man advantage and got themselves trapped in the end. So they have to be very, very careful here. They can't misstep and go down 2-0 to Noble overall in the series.
Noxious versus Cellz here in the middle. Noxious thinking about going in towards the inside, but with that stun, he will stop Cellz from even thinking about hopping over. A big kill here from Crushmo. Lava does have the snipe. He will miss one. I think he may have even hit a body shot there. The man advantage here for Elevate. They saved Yogurt. Crushmo has to go big, but he needs to be careful. That snipe's location.
Oh my God. Damn.
It don't matter his location, because he gonna find you. Okay, it matters if you're on side of Elevate. Lava says, it don't matter my location. Okay, I got eyes everywhere.
That was game battles Lava showing himself all over again.
That was from down low to up top, bro. His opponent had the elevation advantage. That's a hard shot to hit quickly. Because if you miss it, you're going down. You're going down, but Lava stays up. 3v3. It seems like the overtime hill is going to be right outside the torque bow here in a trench. We'll see if these squads maybe feel like they can get some nades in the last few seconds. If anything may come up, maybe a shot grenade comes into the mix. We'll see.
Thing about this situation here is Noble, they don't have all the pressure on the road on their backside to kind of win this round. If they lose, it's kind of 5-3. So it's not anything to scoff at just yet. But I think with Lava having the sniper, he's very, very comfortable. He's just looking for that pick. He knows his 2 teammates are there in that 2v2 situation. They just need to find the information, figure out where Noxious is at. And that was the information they were looking for. The shot grenade in which you talked about early on. Both teams are going to get their hands on one each. But you got to think that positioning, it has to favor Elevate right now. They're deep in towards that torque bow side. They have the middle control as well. So Elevate, they're just going to have to brute force their way together.
Oh,
and they don't.
Cellz says, pay attention. Noble's in the heels.
Oh my.
Crushmo says, I'm here. 2v2, a snipe body shot in the melee. It's up to Crushmo to clutch up against Morty and Lava. A last second flash forces them forward and forces the 2-0 lead into Noble's hands. Right now, they're controlling this series, folks. And if you slept on Noble coming into this one, you need to wake up, because they say, you know what, we're going to fight for our spot in the Pro League. Folks, don't go anywhere. This battle has been insane. And when we come back, we're going to head into map number 3, Training Grounds Escalation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gears Pro League Split 3 Phase 2, day number 9. It's your boy Blaze and PR coming at you live. Your boys Blaze and PR coming at you live as we're about to head into map number 3, Training Grounds Escalation. But Noble, they're leading this series 2-0, and as we're coming off this Tomb Execution, a map where you see Elevate get 4 first bloods, but only 2 rounds as they lose this one 6-2. Jacob, Elevate, they need to wake up. What do they got to do, man? What they doing wrong?
Honestly, it just seemed to kind of start off with a little bit of momentum. You kind of saw it early on in map number 1. You saw it here again after, I think, getting first blooded on, coming back and winning round number 1 as well. It's just when things don't go their way, it just seems like they crumble. It seems like they don't have anybody to lean on, and rightfully so. If you look at some of the players on this roster, Noxious, Crushmo, some of these guys have a history of getting down on themselves and affecting their gameplay, and it's almost looked like things haven't changed too much.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like, but they're gonna have to find a way to come together and fight their way back into the series, because we talked about the importance of this matchup when it comes down to relegation. Both these squads were winless coming into this day, and Noble had never won a map in the league throughout 9 days, but today they got 2, and today is what matters the most for them, because they got a big match against Dream Conspiracy coming up after this one as well that we might get a chance to check into. But we're checking back into this. It's Training Grounds Escalation. Jacob, who are your favorite a little bit more in this matchup, and why?
I mean, typically before this, I would think Elevate, I think just because of how the meta had shifted. But right now, I'm seeing Gears 3, GB Lava coming out full force. Just the dominant player, the guy that just doesn't take losses lightly. And I think that's something very, very early on in his team.
Yeah.
They did take those losses, not winning a single map, but to him, with the experience, losing is learning from him. And he's putting it together, and he's giving back everything to Elevate, in which he received early on from some of these teams. So even though I thought early on it would favor Elevate, but with the momentum shift, with how aggressive they're playing, the clutch plays coming out from Moaries, I think they're going to be able to tend to take this series 3-0. But Elevate here, they're going to have to come out strong. If things don't go their way early on within the first 2 rounds, they can't be scared to throw those weapons center line.
Hey, I agree with you on that one, man. And when it comes down to Training Grounds, I think it's one of our better maps to be able to put those center line weapons down early. And then from there, you got to just make sure that you negate your opponent's shot grenade, at least by the 3rd round, if you do see them building up off those secondaries on the side. And if you're a squad who do love those center line weapon placements fights, then get that weapon down early. Don't let your opponent put it down. You never know how much research they did on you and your team before coming into this one. And you may not know, they may want to play with a torque bow at the B hill on platform, and you want to play with an M-bar cross map at the E. But it just comes down to who's going to put those weapons down first. Now, as we said, it's a must-win for both these teams. Elevate being down 0-2 in this series. I'm expecting Zenun to have to really step up in this one. He's going to be getting Zenun. He's going to be the front spawn for them as they're going to be fighting up top towards Overlook. And these first few rounds, he's going to have to get some big first bloods to really set the pace for his team, so they can get some nice early setups on these hills. Play for the 2-1 first, and then play for that trip cap domination, rather if it's after they assess that they could, or it's after they win that second team fight. I just feel like Elevate needs to be able to get a little lead early on in these rounds to be successful.
Yeah, I needed to be able to kind of see them along with what you kind of said to kind of bounce back. Once you get hit in the face, you got to be able to retake these attempts. Not anything in Gears goes perfect for any team out there. We know you're going to hit some speed bumps. There's going to be some roadblocks around the way, but you need to figure it out. You need to figure out a way to keep things moving and not be able to skip a beat once the hard times come. So coming into this one, Elevate, they need to come out strong, just like I said. They need to have a better strategy coming through, and already it looks like they're going to go for that high ground fight. They don't have that right-hand advantage. You can already see a lot of damage being done. Nobody getting that first down just yet, but it's going to go over towards Zenun. He gets down as well. The first blood's going over towards Noble. Everybody being hero towards
down,
the top
just a
side.
Race.
This is going to be hard. It's between Noxious and I do believe Lava.
Kill, yeah. Oh, wait. At least he got one revive.
Oh, no.
In the end, it's going to be Morty who saves the day. It just comes down to Noxious trying to hold his ground. A few blind fires over the top. Yogurt was there for the support, and he did really well in that fight. It's just the timings of the down and who can get there in time for the revive. So you see the side of Noble. They overextend for the home hill setup. They already have the B hill locked in, so this is them playing for the trip cap domination. It's a 4v3 on the map. They have Lancer Fire in the backs of Elevate and some solid L triggers towards the front. Oof, some solid ones indeed.
Not skipping them. They're not skipping a beat at all, and that's one of the things that I'm kind of scared of. You kind of saw it through that right hand advantage up top. They were able to utilize it just a little bit better. They got the first blood. They quickly were able to rotate over to get that revive in the 2v2 scenario. From there, Noble realized they're just not going to be able to slow down. They take the top side towards their spawn to get the angle. They quickly move 3 players over into the spawn, and one of the biggest things is Elevate. They didn't get any trades on their home. Both Zenun and I do believe Crushmo might have been Noxious as well. They just went down without a fight.
Yeah, and those trades are going to be super important, especially when you lose your frontline soldiers in that fight. You know, you have to be able to overextend this map and stay alive. And, you know, Yogurt maybe would have had to push that 1v1 a little bit sooner. Eventually, it became a 2v1 out of his favor. So, in the end, it was just a Elevate. Noble. They had a strong initial, and they played off the respawn very, very well. Now, play for mid-map control as we're going to start to see that torque bow there down in the center. Moaries, he tried to clean up the kill, wasn't able to. Crushmo goes in for the revive, but he's also being really careful, knowing that he can get chased in a moment. This torque bow may go towards the hands of Noble. Crushmo is going to be on guard duty, making sure he can watch his exit.
Yeah, Lava and Yogurt doing that big support fire over the top. Moaries is going to be able to get out unscathed. No one kind of chasing him around. And they're going to be able to get that neutral as well. Zenun, I don't know what he saw that he thought that was okay, but quickly shut down by Morty. And this is what we keep talking about, both plays. You and I both Elevate. They can't crumble. They can't begin to slow down and play as individuals because Noble, we've already seen it through the map number 1. We see it again in map number 2. They will take advantage.
Noble with a lot of experience here in Escalation. You know, they played, this entire squad played in our last season together when it was just strictly Escalation as we came off. I believe that was the winter major. But neither here nor there, as in the moment so far, they're looking like the best team in this lobby. All right. And that's what's most important now. But Elevate caps 2 hills. They're going to back up. They will be able to get a player there towards God Spot. And we'll see, how does Noble plan on breaking this setup?
They go ahead and do step 1. They take that top overlook. They're going to have 2 players there. They're going to back Lava out so that they have the options. With this torque bow being over there, they're going to go ahead and get that splash damage. They're going to funnel them out, try to get shots over the top, but they need to make sure they utilize their teamwork to make this one go through. As Zenun, he gets damaged out. They make the push towards the top. Moaries is going to find that one, and now they have their eyes set on both targets at once. Lava going down. Morty's going to get the break, but he's just being a distraction here for his team while they take the 2v1 on the home hill.
And now, with the home hill setup about to come through here for Noble, they're going to be feeling really comfortable in this late game. They don't have to push forward. Like that fight did not have to be taken there about Morty. His team's about to have the lead. He has support behind him. He was in a defensive position, but he couldn't assess it quick enough. And now Lava trying to clean up the mess. In Cellz as well. That's a big fight being won from Cellz. He's going to get some help there from Moaries. They'll be able to keep the home hill. And Lava wants a little bit more, but he knows help is coming, and he's just going to work smarter, not harder. Trip cap domination coming through for Noble, but even if it doesn't, Jacob, I think they got the round.
Yeah, it does. Right now, Elevate's going to be looking for trades at the very minimum, but they're just stuck getting revives. Both players shut down. Triple cap domination sounding off. It's up to Zenun yet again. He wins the 1v1. Doesn't get over the cover to keep this one going. Noble will get 2 in a row here, looking for the 3-0 closeout. I got to ask you, Blaze, with the torque bow already being underneath, 2 straight rounds going over for Noble, what does Elevate need to do here to get back in the series?
Well, now that this torque bow has been placed down, and by the side of Elevate at that, they need to show us why they put it down in the first place. They're gonna have to capitalize on these kills around that torque bow area, rather if they're baiting their opponent in and they're cleaning them up, or they're just being aggressive, winning those first battles and able to walk away with that bow. Now, if too much focus goes there, with the 2 rounds that Noble have in their favor, I expect some of their players on the edges to really get aggressive in those kind of 1v1 positions and try to overextend the map, because they're like, hey, we got a lead. We're comfortable here. See if you can work some of your individual lanes and create an opening. Elevate, they're going to have to be nimble in this setup. But with that head-on assault to push through, it takes 3 for them to get the torque bow. But can they get out safely? And now here's Cellz on the edge. Great shot, but Zenun has the cleanup. And so far, so good for Elevated. Kickoff for round number 3.
Yeah, of course, but it is going to be important, especially for them to be able to get out alive. Zenun, he becomes a target. He gets downed out by Moaries. Crushmo, I don't even know how he landed that bow. I don't even know on who. It was going to be on Morty, the unlucky winner, to receive that one. But Elevate is going to hold on to these 2 hills, because Elevate and Crushmo, they know that middle positioning, yeah, it's fine and dandy. You get the high ground, but there's no weapon on that side of the map. There's no hill there either. Yep. You can slowly back out, play for them to go for a retake, and then that's where you're going to be looking to find those eliminations.
And with them having a power weapon, they're good. I think player number 1 needs to be in heaven. You want a player up there. He's putting himself in a position to be able to fight the 2v2, but his Lancer Fire can help his teammate out while he has the torque bow defending A. Instead, he plays the low ground. He goes under. Beautiful torque bow from Crushmo. Noxious with it down. Yogurt with that cleanup. And Zenun is going to have a clear pathway towards his opponent's home hill. This could be a trip cap domination here for Elevate. But Morty, Lava, can they get in? The decap is there, but they're going to disengage and they're going to win a fight.
And Crushmo, he actually got 2 torque bows. Cross map on the Mortys, the second one on the Moaries, but he gets a little bit too greedy going in for that home hill. Now it's going to be all up to Zenun here, unless they'll lose everything as Zenun goes down. It's all about buying some time. He has 2 players worried about him. 2 big shots being fired and landed by Zenun. He finally gets shut down. But how much time did he buy for his squad of Elevate? As you see, they're getting overtaken. Yogurt and Noxious working together, and Crushmo as well to get a double kill. And with this hill break on the neutral, I think that's going to be enough to keep them alive. But Noble, they need to go for kills over hills in this situation, but they have some cushion, some time under their belt to do so.
Elevate starting to clean these players up on their side of the map so they can get themselves about a better footing, get them some more control, get them a 2-to-1 hill advantage to their name. But Lava quickly hops into the B. The decap is there, and he says, you guys are gonna have to focus on me, but can they get into position in time? It doesn't matter, because Elevate wins off of 1 in this moment. The back A, the wrap shot is missed there from Moaries. And so far, Elevate's feeling comfortable, but with 17 seconds left in the round, they got one last-ditch opportunity, and it may not even come through. Crushmo is going to make it that much more difficult by decapping a B hill.
Yeah. Moaries, and you can go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I felt like 20 seconds. They're already towards the 50 line. They just need one good team wipe, maybe a chaotic fight, not let anybody slip through. I still think that was doable if Moaries was able to play with the rest of his team. Yeah, okay, so I'm not alone on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he did that one, because, you know, ultimately you can let the other side of the map push up first. It doesn't have to, you know, start with you. You need someone to distract that heaven position, so you're not at least taking shots from him. But all he has to do is assess and say, hey, guys, I got 2 over here. I got 2 over here. And let his teammates figure out a way to win a 3v2. Give out intel, keep those players' attention. But he went in to be a hero, and it just wasn't a hero play.
Look at this damage going down right now. We got Yogurt stepping it up for Elevate. Moaries on the side of Noble. But Lava's not too far behind, along with Morty as well. You can kind of see Noble... Cellz, not necessarily, I don't really know. I think Cellz isn't necessarily playing in the fight every single time. Everybody's just kind of doing their job here. So even though these are cool like damage stat numbers, you just got to take them as part of the story, as the rest of the stat board is.
A quick pick from Elevate. Zenun with a misroll. Definitely wasn't calculated as he quickly runs back out. I was about to say, dang, did you juke everybody in the lobby with that one? Is he about to secret man? But no, he wants to go up top, get in the mix. And with him having his power weapon, he needs not lead this charge. He needs his teammates to get up there because he should be revving bowls, alleviating some pressure that way.
Yep.
His teammate will take the lead. Can he catch somebody here on a rotation? His torque bows aren't doing any damage. Noble, you're not backing up. Looking like 300. Putting out 300 damage. The down is there for Zenun. The revive comes through. And it's just a back and forth battle. No one able to get a kill.
Mr. Krabs. Lava's going for the Mr. Krabs
Moaries
play.
gets the first blood.
It's all about containing them right now, Blaze. Lava went behind enemy lines. He went for the Mr. Krabs. They're all towards the high ground. Nobody's going to be able to touch the hill. Noble with the experience of the championship Lava. Like I said, OG Lava is back. Sneaks away around. And that's when you're Elevate. You're doing so many things right. You're fighting back. You're stacking 4 players over. And a play like that doesn't work. You begin to look at the IGL. You begin to look at whoever that leader is and put the pressure on him.
And Jacob, just like the movie just like the movie 300, work smarter, not harder, okay?
Exactly.
They held the line in the front and they got the flank for the trip cap. That's the best way you're going to get that reference come through here, this escalation matchup. But as we head back into this round, all fun and games aside, Noble have just been absolutely dominating this series, and they wanted this a lot more than Elevate. It's showing here in their gameplay. But now this is the round I feel like Elevate really has to do something special, because as soon as that scoreboard hits 4-1, I think the morale shift is 90-10 in favor of Noble, and it just becomes that much more difficult for Elevate, where I think we're in a 60-40 range right now.
Yep. They get the power weapon though. They get the neutral hill as well. Cellz still running wild, finding another one. Finally gets taken down, but Morty finds another one with that torque bow. They get the 2 hills under their control. But the way Training Grounds is right now, because of where Elevate is positioned, this is all Noble can really gather right now. Maybe they can move up, take control of their first side home hill, but then that's spreading themselves a little bit too thin. So they're going to go ahead and park the bus, rack up the score line with this 2-1 hill, and then go ahead and hit another torque bow for Morty. They're just going ahead and playing on time. They're making Elevate feel this pressure cooker.
Oh man, I love Crushmo's little 2-step right there to try to dodge the shots. Morty with just 1 left in the clip. Not gonna rev it just yet. Noble, they got the heal, they got the setup that they want. 3 players over here towards the overlook side of the map. Still 1 torque bow to use. The shock grenade. At what point, where on the stairs does he want to go? Is stairs gonna be the play? That guy can still shoot down. It's not like it's a smoke to block the sight line. Maybe on a escape for Moaries, you get that shot grenade behind him so he can't leave you.
Right now, Elevate needs to be looking for eliminations. Team wipes over on this hill.
Yeah,
letting people escape, letting people survive. Yeah, that's just going to go ahead and let you slowly lose the round. Zenun goes for a shock. I don't know how effective it was, but they go ahead, send 3 players towards the top side, but they're still feeling that pressure. Crushmo goes down. Zenun finally going to be eliminated. Moaries making that play toward the flank side, but he's not getting greedy, not biting off more than they can chew, knowing they still have to break the hill. They have less than 10 seconds to do so, and they have to be perfect, and I don't think they're going to get neither. Cellz backing up to perfection. Lava fighting it down towards the backside, gets another one onto Crushmo, and the score line coming through. Noble just 1 step away from closing this one out 3-0.
1 step away, and that was a fantastic round there from Noble. A fantastic defensive stance there at the back end as well, because I like the usage of the shock grenade. It didn't trap Moaries there towards the back. I think it was a little bit short, and then from there all the focus went up top. So I don't know if they thought he was gonna be trapped back there. If so, he still needed someone to kind of really distract him there in that fight. In the end, Noble, they held off. They got the damage out that they needed, and they were able to lock the round in. So good job to them for that one. And now they have that 4-1 lead, Jacob. And it's looking slow here for Elevate. You see double shot grenades on the map, and you got a retro lancer built up down low. We'll see if it plays a factor going into this round. Elevate has been coming out with this first torque bow, I think maybe more times than not when it comes down to it, but they haven't been able to capitalize off making a play with it.
Yeah, and right now, I wish they would have gave themselves something else to fight for on the map instead of just the torque bow in the middle. Switch up the strategy just a little bit. Noxious landed a good one. He hasn't been able to clean it up just yet. Last round, Cellz was able to take this fight against Noxious, but you see the rotation coming through from Morty. They lost that torque bow fight down low, so they're going ahead and trying to get something out of this initial, and they get first blood on a Noxious. Crushmo unable to rotate in time. Zenun's gonna fall, so 2 quick eliminations for Noble. They have the man advantage. They have a massive score line with a 4-1 lead, and they have a great start to start off this round.
Yeah, a great start.
God.
Ooh, nice shot. Now, with that kill coming through, it is going to be a 3v3 on the map for now. No pressure on a home hill of Noble. Crushmo is going to hold this bow in this position of the map. I see him revving, but what kills can he come away with? How impactful will they be in a team fight that's happening at the overlook at the E hill? He is going to be able to clean up that body. In the end there, Elevate will be able to get the overlook, but they still don't have the E hill, Jacob. You're going to have Morty fighting for his life in the back. He finally goes down, and this should be Elevate getting some nice control, but the 2v1, they pushed out Crushmo, and he says, hey, he ain't got no more torque bows. Get him now. Take position of their heaven, and let's start coming back. Let's keep our lead.
There's a big torque bow towards the backside on the side of Crushmo. They're doing a good job wasting the time on the side of Noble. They still have the 2 hills under their control. They still have a good score lead. So Elevate is just playing comeback, and Cellz, he stays alive again.
Wow.
Moaries figures out the trade, and Cellz gets another kill here to hold on to the Elevate home mill. And that's all just time wasted. As soon as those players spawn, they still have to deal with Cellz. So it's basically leaving Zenun out to dry. But that is a must-win battle for Zenun, keeping his team alive. Talk about buying time on the side of Cellz. That's exactly what Zenun needs to do here. But the backup is coming. He's gonna have to fight another 1v2 at Cellz again. That's 3 straight kills on the home mill of Elevate.
Beautiful work from him, just keeping those players staggered, taking one to the grave, keeping numbers in his squad's favor on opposite end of the map, as his opponent not even getting points here. Elevate, they need a perfect play, and with multiple players down here approaching the E hill, I don't know if that play comes through. It's still no time. There's no time, folks. None whatsoever. Noble 3-0. They came into today winless, mapless, but they figured out how to get their first win in a dominant fashion in an important matchup. Smile for the camera, because Noble, they got their first win. Congratulations.
Yep, this is going to be, like we talked about, step 1. This day is a big day for Noble here. Not only getting their first win of the season, moving up to 1-5, they go against Dream Conspiracy next. And I'm not a mathematician. I'm not looking at the score line, so don't take what I say as fact. But getting that win over Dream Conspiracy could make them escape relegation overall. They did it last split, and they're looking to do it again here at the end of this split as well.
Yeah, man, and that's what makes this matchup that's what makes this matchup super important, because now they get some momentum going into that one. Okay, they came today to play, and this is the most important day of the league for them. You talked about early on how Noble had a tough schedule. They had some big matches there in the earlier weeks of our league, but now towards the back end of the schedule, it's looking a little bit lighter. And so we'll see how they're going to end up moving up in the rankings. But most importantly, make sure that you're top 10, okay? And with that matchup, with that win, I think they're currently in 10th position.
Yep, I think
we'll see how long they can defend that one, man. But yeah, Noble, they got it done. They got it done, Jacob. I think we're tied in predictions now.
I think we are. That's fine with me. To me, as long as Reflections doesn't win. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus, right? I think Reflections walked away one season with the win of his life, and we were scratching our heads like, how the hell did Taylor Reflections come away with the trophy? He still got your trophy, Jacob, don't he?
Yeah, he still does. It's all right.
It's crazy, all right, man. I'm
gonna go ahead and win it just another season right here, and you know what? I'm gonna send him something. I'm gonna send him some coal.
There you go. Send him a lump of coal. Just in time for Christmas, all right? But it was Christmas for the Noble fans today, because they finally got that first win. And you know, you look at this matchup as a whole. You go to map number 1, Elevate. They had a dominant start. Zenun and Noxious's performance to kick this one off was fantastic. They had the most damage in the lobby, but then lava happened, okay? And he started to heat up, and his teammates felt that. Next thing you know, we're all tied up at, I think it was 258 to 258 with 2 hills remaining in that map. And it was just nothing but excitement. And you saw the squad there of Noble come away with it. From there, they took that momentum into the round-based game mode. 6-2 Tomb Execution, 5-1 Training Grounds Escalation. And they get some much-needed victories that this squad needed.